Have you ever wondered why some of the most spiritually gifted or purpose-driven individuals seem to face constant financial struggles? It can feel confusing and even discouraging when you're walking in faith, yet struggling to make ends meet. However, financial hardship is often a tool used by God to refine, strengthen, and prepare chosen individuals for a greater purpose. These struggles are not meant to break you. They are designed to teach trust, humility, and patience while shifting your focus from the world's definition of success to God's divine plan. In this video, we'll explore why financial challenges are common for chosen ones and how they can actually be a path to spiritual growth, deeper faith, and even gratitude. If you're feeling stuck or disheartened, stay tuned. You may find that your struggles are a sign of preparation for something far greater than you can imagine. So let's begin. 1. The burden of purpose. The burden of purpose is one of the most profound reasons why chosen individuals often struggle financially. When you are chosen for a higher calling, your life is not just about material success or worldly achievements. Instead, it's centered on a purpose that is bigger than you, a divine mission that often involves challenges, sacrifices, and tests that can feel overwhelming. Carrying this burden means you are constantly being shaped and refined to fulfill your destiny, but that process is rarely easy or straightforward. Many chosen individuals feel isolated or misunderstood because their purpose sets them apart from others. They may have dreams, visions, or talents that don't align with the traditional paths to financial security. For instance, while others may be climbing the corporate ladder or pursuing careers with stable income, chosen ones are often led down unconventional paths. This divergence can lead to a period of financial struggle as they attempt to reconcile their calling with the practical need to survive in a world that values money and status. A powerful example of this is Joseph in the Bible. As a young man, Joseph had dreams of greatness, but instead of walking directly into success, he was sold into slavery by his own brothers. From slavery, he ended up in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Yet through these trials, Joseph's character was being refined, and he was being prepared for the incredible role God had for him as a leader who would save an entire nation from famine. His financial and social struggles were not setbacks. They were steps in his preparation. Similarly, chosen individuals today may find that their struggles are molding them into the people they need to become in order to fulfill their purpose. Financial hardships can strip away pride, impatience, or reliance on material things, forcing chosen ones to develop resilience, faith, and trust in a higher power. These struggles often teach invaluable life lessons that are essential for fulfilling one's destiny. Ultimately, the burden of purpose is not just about carrying the weight of a calling. It's about learning to grow under its pressure. Though financial struggles may be a part of the journey, they are not the end. They are simply part of the process of transformation, leading chosen individuals to a greater purpose that goes beyond material wealth. 2. God's timing versus human expectations. God's timing is often one of the most difficult concepts for chosen individuals to understand and embrace. As humans, we are wired to expect things to happen according to our timelines. We have a vision for how life should unfold, dreams of financial success, career advancement, or the fulfillment of our life's purpose. Yet, when these expectations clash with God's divine plan, the result can be frustration, discouragement, and even doubt. However, it's essential to understand that God's timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't align with our human expectations. Chosen ones are often placed on a path that doesn't adhere to worldly timelines. Financial struggles, for example, may last far longer than expected, leading to feelings of failure. It's easy to wonder why success seems delayed or why doors remain closed when so much effort has been put into fulfilling a calling. But what seems like delay is often divine preparation. God uses waiting periods to develop character, refine faith, and teach critical life lessons that can only be learned through patience and trust. One of the best examples of this is David in the Bible. As a young shepherd boy, David was anointed to be the future king of Israel. However, he did not immediately ascend to the throne. Instead, he spent years in obscurity, tending sheep and later fleeing from King Saul, who sought to kill him. From a human perspective, David's path looked like a detour. Yet, in reality, God was shaping him into the king he needed to be. When the time was finally right, David stepped into his destiny fully prepared to lead with wisdom, humility, and strength. For chosen individuals, learning to surrender to God's timing is crucial. Human expectations often revolve around instant gratification, but God's timing operates on a higher plane, one that takes into account eternal purpose and lasting impact. The financial struggles or delays you face today may be God's way of ensuring that when you step into your purpose, you are ready to handle the blessings and responsibilities that come with it. Trusting God's timing means letting go of impatience and embracing the process. It's about recognizing that the waiting season is not wasted. It's working behind the scenes to prepare you for a future far greater than anything your human expectations could ever imagine. In the end, God's plan is always worth the wait. 3. Financial struggles are a test of faith. Financial struggles are one of the most challenging tests of faith that chosen individuals face. When money is tight and resources seem scarce, it's easy to feel abandoned or question whether you're truly walking the path you were called to follow. However, these struggles are not meant to break you. They are meant to test and strengthen your faith. They are a refining process, designed to draw you closer to God and help you develop complete trust in His provision, even when circumstances seem bleak. In moments of financial hardship, you may find yourself asking, "Why me?" or "Why now?" Yet, these questions reflect a natural human reaction to adversity. The real challenge lies in how you respond to the test. Will you fall into despair, or will you hold on to your faith and trust that God is working behind the scenes? Financial struggles often strip away any illusions of self-sufficiency, forcing chosen individuals to rely not on their own abilities, but on God's grace, wisdom, and timing. The Bible provides numerous examples of individuals whose faith was tested through financial hardship. Consider Job, a man of great faith who lost all of his wealth, family, and health in a single day. Despite his suffering, Job did not curse God or abandon his faith. Instead, he remained steadfast, trusting that God had a purpose for his trials. In the end, Job's faith was rewarded with restoration and even greater blessings than he had before. Jesus himself also taught about the importance of trusting God in times of need. In Matthew 6 verse 26, he reminds us to look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. If God takes care of the birds, how much more will He take care of His chosen ones? Financial struggles test not only your faith, but also your patience, humility, and resilience. They are opportunities to grow in spiritual maturity and deepen your reliance on God. While the challenges may be painful, they are not permanent. By holding on to faith and trusting that God's provision is on its way, you can navigate financial struggles with peace, hope, and unwavering trust in God's promises. 4. Learning humility through financial struggles. Financial struggles are often one of life's most humbling experiences, and for chosen individuals, they serve as a powerful lesson in humility. When you are stripped of material comforts and financial security, it becomes clear that your worth and purpose are not tied to wealth or status. Instead, financial challenges are meant to break down pride, self-reliance, and ego, paving the way for a deeper sense of humility and dependence on God's provision. Humility is not about weakness or shame. Rather, is the recognition that everything you have is a gift from God, and no amount of effort, talent, or planning can guarantee success without His blessing. Financial struggles often bring this truth into sharp focus. For those chosen for a higher purpose, it can be easy to fall into the trap of believing that your calling entitles you to instant success or recognition. Yet, financial hardships serve as a reminder that even the most gifted individuals are subject to life's uncertainties and must trust in God's timing and provision. One of the best examples of learning humility through financial struggles comes from the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. After God delivered them from slavery in Egypt, they found themselves wandering in the desert with no access to food or water. Instead of providing abundance, God chose to supply their daily needs through manna from heaven, just enough for each day. This daily provision taught the Israelites to rely fully on God and reminded them that their survival did not depend on their own efforts, but on God's grace. Financial struggles today serve a similar purpose. They force chosen ones to let go of pride and the illusion of control. They teach empathy, as those who have experienced scarcity are more likely to understand and help others in need. They also cultivate gratitude for even the smallest blessings, which might otherwise go unnoticed in times of abundance. Ultimately, financial struggles are not about punishment. They are about transformation. By embracing humility, chosen individuals open themselves to God's blessings in unexpected ways. Humility clears the path for spiritual growth, deeper relationships, and a richer understanding of God's purpose for their lives. In the end, learning humility through financial struggles leads to lasting strength, peace, and true abundance. 5. Breaking free from the world's definition of success. One of the greatest challenges for chosen individuals is breaking free from the world's definition of success. Society often equates success with material wealth, prestigious careers, and social status. From a young age, we're conditioned to measure our worth by how much money we make or how many achievements we can showcase. However, for those called to a higher purpose, success is not defined by worldly standards. Instead, it is rooted in fulfilling your God-given mission, even if that means taking a path that doesn't align with societal expectations. Financial struggles are often part of this journey. They act as a wake-up call, forcing chosen ones to question what success truly means. Is success about accumulating wealth and possessions, or is it about living a life of purpose, service, and authenticity? These struggles can strip away the superficial and bring chosen individuals face to face with their true values. Consider the life of Jesus Christ. By the world's standards, Jesus would not have been considered successful. He had no wealth, no political power, and no material possessions to boast about. Yet, his mission was to transform humanity and offer salvation. His success was measured not by worldly riches, but by his obedience to God's plan and the eternal impact of his life. Breaking free from society's definition of success requires a shift in perspective. It involves understanding that true success is about aligning your life with God's purpose, even if it doesn't bring financial wealth or public recognition. It's about making a difference in ways that may not be immediately visible or measurable. This mindset is freeing, as it allows chosen individuals to let go of the pressure to conform and focus on what truly matters. Financial struggles can serve as a refining process, teaching chosen ones to find joy and fulfillment in purpose rather than possessions. They highlight the temporary nature of worldly wealth and encourage a focus on eternal rewards. This doesn't mean chosen ones won't achieve financial stability or success in the future. It simply means their priorities are different. True success is about faithfulness to your calling, the impact you leave on others, and the legacy of love, service, and purpose you create. When chosen ones break free from the world's definition of success, they step into a life of true freedom, peace, and fulfillment. 6. Financial struggles can build gratitude. Financial struggles, though difficult, can become one of life's most profound lessons in gratitude. When you are forced to live with less, you begin to notice and appreciate the small blessings that often go unnoticed during times of abundance. Chosen individuals, in particular, are often placed in situations of scarcity to develop this deep sense of gratitude. It is not about punishment. It's about learning to see the value in every provision, no matter how small, and recognizing God's hand in every circumstance. In moments of financial abundance, it is easy to take things for granted. A steady income, regular meals, or even the luxury of entertainment can become so routine that their true value is overlooked. However, when financial struggles arise, the simple joys of life, such as a roof over your head, a hot meal, or the kindness of a friend, take on a new significance. Gratitude shifts your perspective, turning even the smallest blessings into reasons for joy and thankfulness. Consider the story of the widow's offering in the Bible. Jesus observed a poor widow who gave 2 small coins to the temple treasury. While her offering seemed insignificant compared to the wealthier individuals around her, Jesus praised her for giving all she had. The widow's heart was filled with gratitude and faith, despite her financial struggles. Her story reminds us that true gratitude is not dependent on wealth, but on a heart that recognizes and appreciates God's provision in every situation. Financial struggles also teach chosen individuals to be content with what they have rather than constantly striving for more. This contentment is rooted in gratitude, a gratitude that acknowledges God's faithfulness even during lean seasons. It allows you to focus on what you do have instead of fixating on what is lacking. Gratitude in times of hardship also leads to greater resilience, helping chosen individuals face challenges with hope and trust rather than despair. Ultimately, gratitude transforms the heart. It shifts the focus from scarcity to abundance, from lack to provision, and from worry to trust. Financial struggles, while painful, can open the door to a life of deeper appreciation and spiritual growth. By cultivating gratitude in times of hardship, chosen individuals unlock a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, but rooted in faith and God's unwavering love. 7. Trusting God's provision through small beginnings. Small beginnings can be discouraging, especially when financial struggles make progress feel slow and uncertain. For chosen individuals, it's easy to feel like your efforts are insignificant or that you're far from the grand purpose you believe you're called to fulfill. However, God often starts with small beginnings to teach trust, patience, and reliance on His provision. These humble starts are not a sign of failure, but an essential part of the journey toward greater things. The Bible is full of stories that emphasize the importance of small beginnings. One powerful example is the parable of the mustard seed. Jesus described the mustard seed as the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it becomes a large tree that provides shelter for birds. The mustard seed's growth represents how God's blessings and plans often begin in seemingly insignificant ways before blossoming into something far greater than imagined. Trusting in God's provision means believing that even small starts can lead to miraculous outcomes. When chosen individuals face financial struggles, it's easy to overlook or undervalue small blessings. Perhaps you've been given a small opportunity, a modest job, or limited resources. Instead of focusing on what you lack, trusting God means embracing what He has already provided and working with what's in your hands. The story of the widow in 2 Kings 4 demonstrates this beautifully. With nothing but a small jar of oil, the widow trusted the prophet Elisha's instructions, and God multiplied her oil to pay off her debts and provide for her family. This story reminds us that even the smallest provision can be multiplied when placed in God's hands. Trusting God through small beginnings also cultivates gratitude and stewardship. It teaches chosen individuals to manage their resources wisely and appreciate every step of progress, no matter how small. By remaining faithful in these early stages, chosen ones demonstrate trust in God's greater plan and prepare for the larger blessings to come. Ultimately, small beginnings are not the end. They are the foundation for what God is building in your life. When you trust in His provision and remain faithful to the process, you will see how even the smallest steps can lead to profound growth, abundance, and fulfillment in His perfect timing. Financial struggles can feel overwhelming, especially for those walking in faith and purpose. However, these challenges are not signs of failure or abandonment. They are often divine lessons designed to build character, strengthen trust, and prepare chosen individuals for greater blessings. They teach humility, foster gratitude for small beginnings, and push us to break free from the world's narrow definition of success. Trusting God's provision means believing that He is working behind the scenes, even when circumstances seem uncertain. Remember that many of the most impactful figures in history started with nothing but faith and perseverance. Their financial struggles were not the end, but the foundation for a life of purpose and fulfillment. By leaning into these lessons, you can grow in trust, resilience, and spiritual strength. If you're currently in the midst of financial struggles, don't give up. Keep trusting, keep growing, and stay faithful. In God's perfect timing, your struggles will transform into testimonies of victory, and you'll see that every challenge was part of His greater plan for your life. Stay hopeful, stay grateful, and trust that your breakthrough is just around the corner.